Hello, beloved. It is good to be with you on this day and share some thoughts. Remember, you are infinitely precious and unconditionally loved for the gift you already are. And today, I thought I might speak just a bit about beauty. It surrounds us, our eyes are caught by it, drawn to it in lots of places we go. Although there are lots of different things that we tend to say about beauty. I've heard it said of beauty that beauty is only skin deep. Um, I've heard it said that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Now, that second one seems just a tad bit more true than the first one. And then a third one from a wonderful Ray Stevens song, everything is beautiful in its own way. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. And that's what I want to talk about today, because it seems to me that in our most open moments, we see the beauty in everything. And in our most closed moments, perhaps when we feel least good about ourselves, we tend to focus on things that we choose to call ugly. And perhaps we are projecting our own internalized sense of our ugliness. Now, not a single one of you is ugly. Not a single one of you is internally or externally ugly. You are beautiful. But so often we have internalized what perhaps other people have said to us, what we feel about our own selves, our comparison of ourselves with someone else, and we find that something about us is not beautiful. Or sometimes what we might say would be that we have an inner ugliness. And then we see the ugliness outside of ourselves. We project it on something else because it can make us at least temporarily feel better about ourselves, because if that thing is ugly, then we are at least more beautiful than that ugly thing that we've labeled ugly. I want to say that beauty is something more than a label. Ugliness is a label, but beauty is something deeper than that. It's not just skin deep. Beauty is a reflection, a mirroring of the eternal love that flows in each of us, and not only in each of us, but in everyone, and not only in everyone, but in everything, the very fabric of all that is in this beautiful world in which we live. Beauty is that fabric. So one of the things I've been noticing, it's easiest for me probably to naturally see beauty in the springtime. I can't fully always say what that's all about, except that new life is popping up all over the place. The day is getting longer. Sunshine seems just a tad bit brighter, and it could be simply the angle at which sun is penetrating our atmosphere because of the angle of the earth. But it seems just a bit brighter. Plants are beginning to pop up. The trees that were budding are now in full leaf, and the sun catches each one of those leaves in amazing ways. The grass is now green. It might have been brown or some other shade over the wintertime, but it's becoming green. And in that, it would be very easy for me to be drawn to the beauty of the greenness, the verdant fecundity of the world in which we live, the fertility of the world in which we live. And that seems to be very attractive. And therefore, I think of it as beauty. But there is beauty in raindrops. There's beauty in a cloudy day. There's as much beauty in darkness as there is in light. The truth is, beauty to some extent is in the eye of the beholder. And so if I can just learn to really be present with whatever it is I am seeing without labeling it, I might experience the true beauty, the rich colors or lack thereof in whatever it is I am seeing. So I want to invite you to an experiment, a practice, if you will. As you are going through your day, your evening, whenever you happen to watch this or see this, look around you for beauty. When we talked about intention before, if it's your intention to see beauty, then chances are pretty good you're going to ping out into the universe the desire to see beauty, and see beauty in things you did not imagine, in people you did not imagine you would see the beauty as part of. So, and when you find yourself, additionally, throw a little bit more in there. Additionally, when you see something that part of you seems to naturally want to name as ugly, or you see someone that you want to name as ugly, I want you to take a pause in that moment. I want to invite you to take a pause in that moment and ask what it is about you that makes you see ugliness in that other. One of the things about beauty is there may be some universal sense of what beauty is, but for most of us, we see beauty through our own perception, through our own eyes. And so what is it about you that makes you see ugliness in that thing you want to label as ugly? Is it really a reflection of something you're struggling with inside yourself? Or is it something really, is there some objective reason why you think that which you have labeled ugly really is that? At the very least, it invites you to refrain from gratuitously throwing around the word ugly. I'd love to gratuitously throw around the word beautiful or beauty and learn to see it everywhere I go. So I'm naming my intention for today to look for beauty everywhere, every moment. When I'm awake to the moment, will I see beauty there? And I invite you to do the same. Whether or not you try this practice, remember, you are infinitely precious and unconditionally loved for the gift you already are. And perhaps consider the thought, everything, everyone is beautiful in their own way. Until the next time, I wish you all the best.